Jeff Glor, and this is our Western edition. We're going to begin with an indictment on 16 felony counts. Actor Jussie Smollett, who was first arrested last month, is accused of staging a hate crime against himself. If convicted on the charges we learned about late this afternoon, he could face decades behind bars. Dean Reynolds has been following this story from the beginning and reports from Chicago.
Smollett, a co-star of the TV show Empire, was charged last month with a single felony for involving disorderly conduct for filing a false police report. Now, the Cook County grand jury has charged him with felonies for every alleged lie he told the Chicago police who were compiling that report. Smollett told them he was roughed up on the street near his Chicago apartment early on the 29th of January by two men who hurled racial and homophobic slurs at him, doused him with a chemical, and tied a noose around his neck, while yelling, "This is MAGA country." Initially, police called him a victim, but surveillance cameras showed no assault. They did show these two men, however, who quickly went from persons of interest to key witnesses when they told the cops Smollett had paid them to stage the attack. Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson was outraged.
Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. I'm left hanging my head and asking why.
According to the grand jury, Smollett knew there was no reasonable ground for believing that such offenses had been committed. They said he falsely claimed he was a victim of a hate crime, that one of his attackers was a white man, that he was hit in the face, that a noose was draped around his neck, and that he had fought back, a claim he repeated at a concert days later.
I fought back.
Now, each one of the 16 counts carries a maximum penalty of 4 years in prison. That's 64 years in total. Smollett is due back here in Chicago in court next Thursday.
A grand jury in Chicago has indicted Empire actor Jussie Smollett on 16 felony counts. The openly gay actor is accused of staging a homophobic and racist attack on himself in January.
Well, according to the indictment, Smollett allegedly paid two brothers to use racial slurs and beat him. The men have since told police that they regret their involvement in the case. Smollett denies any wrongdoing. And Gloria Schmidt is the attorney for the two brothers involved in the alleged crime, and she joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us. So listen, we now have Jussie Smollett being indicted, 16 counts. What was the reaction from your clients when they heard about this?
You know, what they are really focused on right now, and what I can tell you about their reaction, is that they feel tremendously regretful for their role in this, in their involvement in this situation. Mm-hmm. And, you know, all the other peripherals are outside of their main focus right now, which is to, you know, pick up the pieces of what this has done to their lives, and to try to make this something positive. You know, try to make something positive for them and have a positive impact on the community.
Are they facing any charges at all?
They're not, no.
So, according to the Chicago police, the Osundairo brothers told investigators that Jussie Smollett paid them for the alleged attack. Can you walk us through the role that they say they played in this attack and how it played out?
Well, what I can tell you is primarily that this entire thing started because they put their trust in the wrong person. Everyone wants to know, well, at what time did they get detained? Where was it? At Customs, O'Hare? Listen, this started way before that. You have someone here who is a celebrity type, someone who is in a position of trust, someone who works with these people, someone who's able to help their careers if he so wants to, and then he betrays them. So the impact that this has had, not only on them, but on minority populations, that weighs very heavily on them.